everyone, and welcome back to 13 Sentinels. In the last episode, we started Goto's route, which predictably we're not allowed to continue until we're pretty much done with the game. And we also started Shinonome's route, which gave us a little glimpse at her and what she was like bandages, which just so happened to be very thirsty for Ida. And we also kind of potentially found out that Sekigahara is this prisoner 400 and something. I'm not entirely sure I believe that. And if he is, I don't think he's exactly what Shinonome was talking about, or like thought he was. But that is a thing. I also might just be railroaded by my idea that it's got to be whatever Shiba / Fluffy is, right? Potentially / whoever's mind hacked Nurse Miss Morimura. But I don't know. Who knows? I think we also learned that last episode that Morimura is currently like mind hacked, and little girl Morimura is a clone who has recently unlocked her older memories. Science fiction, man. But yeah, in this episode we'll obviously do a little bit of destruction. We'll get back on Shinonome's route. We'll see what we can glean from there. I guess if we hit a roadblock, we will also start on Usami's route, which I very realistically could see happening, since Shinonome, kind of just like Goto, seems to be a character who has some more answers for us than we necessarily would have thought. Or, well, not maybe would have thought. Also, just as many answers as I thought, you know? But obviously with her memory problem, that might not be as true as it could be, which is an interesting way of doing it. Like, it's sort of the same as what we've sort of assumed Karabe is like. Like, we can imagine he knows more, or knew more, about what was going on before his brain went kaput. And potentially Fuyusaka and Amaguchi as well, considering that they've been having these dreams of future or different versions of themselves. I could also sort of see them being like clones of each other. Not of each other, but of like, sort of like how little girl Chihiro is like a clone of Miss Morimura. Maybe like Amaguchi and Fuyusaka are like clones of each other, of like other versions of themselves, which would make Fuyusaka another clone of Morimura. So maybe not, but yeah. I'm also kind of wondering how the Ida thing works, right? Because we've seen one Ida, but we've also seen an Ida that seems a lot more like he would be what Amaguchi grows up to be. You know, the scientist working on Terminator Usami. Because, like, Glass's Ida seems nothing like Amaguchi. He doesn't even look similar. So, like, I'm kind of wondering, are they even the same person? You know? Because at least, like, all of the Morimuras look pretty similar. Chihiro, Fuyusaka, and the two, like, Nurse Morimura and Latex Suit Morimura, they all look decently similar. But Ida and Lab Coat Ida look nothing alike. So, yeah. I don't know. Oh, one more thing before we start with destruction, though. Last episode, 19, this won't be relevant for forever, but since I saw it, I figure I might bring it up. There was one on the you know, video manager or whatever. There's apparently a comment on that video, but it sure isn't showing up on the video, which typically means it's probably a comment by a bot, which, man, I have not got a comment from a sex bot in over a year. And honestly, it's feeling a little lonely without them. But yeah, just if that was your comment, know that it just hasn't shown up on the video. YouTube has eaten your comment, and I know that happens sometimes, but you know, it's happened here. And since I saw it, I figured I might as well bring it up in the video. But anyway, enough of that. I'm trying to fight some dudes. Okay. So we definitely want our not level 10 yet boys. Who else do we want though? I don't want to put you two down for now. I mean, let's sort of just look at levels. 11, 12, 13, 14. Should we bring these two maybe?
Leave it to me.
Like these three, and then bring Karabe. Yeah, we'll bring Shinonome, I guess. Yeah, I think this will be fine. We've got all the characters that currently, anyway, complement each other. You don't have any skills like that. I don't think you have any skills like that. You two complement each other. You help Minami. Or maybe yourself, but you gain it from Minami. Namaguchi I don't think has any either. But I mean, we can double check that real quick. Oh yeah, maybe that comment that was eaten was about this. I'm still not going to touch this yet. I highly doubt the game is going to explain it to me, but I'm still not going to touch it yet. Yeah, what do we... Okay, it's simple. Okay, simple as that. You're not on the team. Yeah, Natsuno, you don't technically have any. You just help these other two. And yours, yeah. Yours is just pretty standard shit. Yeah, yours is... What is this again? Oh yeah, this is another one of those kind of like almost pointless ones, because I mean, we don't want the terminal getting damaged, do we? But I mean, I guess if it even gets damaged a little bit, he gains an increase, and it sometimes gets damaged a little bit, like maybe 5%. So maybe that's not too bad, or as bad as I'm thinking. Anyway, I'll sort out the guys. We'll get back into the fight, or we'll start the fight. Yeah, you know the usual thing. We'll cut in a second. Okay, and we're back. That actually took a little longer than usual, because I really went through the characters here. We're getting to the point where we've sort of unlocked almost all of their possible skills, or gear, I guess. So actually looking through everything's a bit more of a chore. Well, not a chore, but I actually have to like think about things now, what I want to equip and what not, and also what to buy, because I only got, you know, I mean, I have quite a few, but I ate through our meta chips quite significantly this time.
Freaking flyers? Man, why am I stuck on the ground?
Quit whining. I wish mine was stuck on the ground. If it meant I could hit like a train.
The 4th generation models have some unique features. They can use the latest plasma weaponry and interceptors. On top of that, they're equipped with barriers and high-output laser weapons that didn't exist at the turn of the 22nd century. The rotors match the drill flies, and the barrier was clearly taken from Apsos technology, meaning the 4th generation mechs were created by Okino, derived from the designs of the Daimos themselves.
Bit of lore.
Is that true?
He makes it sound so cool. I was basically copy-pasting random design elements with no idea how it'd actually work. Really, the Sentinels have always kind of been siblings to the Daimos.
Okay, so by the way, we just had that a lot more noticeable cut there. I realized well, you might have heard it. The echo was back because I hadn't didn't save one of the audio settings. But yeah, don't worry, we should be back to being good again. And thankfully, it was before we actually had much dialogue, so it shouldn't be a problem for the rest of the episode. Thankfully. But also, I had this thought, right? Between last episode and this episode. I wonder if the missing 3rd gen Sentinel is Okino's. Because we know Okino has one, obviously, like just then we saw him in it. So I wonder if that's his. That'll start, okay.
We can do this, right?
So, immediately set up. So we only have one here. I'll put it like here. Down the sentry there.
What to do?
Anyone else we immediately want to get?
Put on a show for Yuki-chan.
As long as I can keep this.
Are we winning?
Well, I guess my current solution, solution to problems that don't exist would just be, let's move these two in a bit.
Number 20, moving out.
Wait,
Better put on a show.
Okay. What's the plan?
did I just move Takamiya twice? Not Takamiya, Amaguchi twice instead.
Hope I can pull my weight.
Didn't I?
Number 21 on the move.
Okay.
Keep it together.
Let's see what we're looking at here. Alright, our heavily armored guys. Some more of the heavily armored guys. Yeah, annoyingly, we don't actually have any of the long-range guys with anti-armor stuff, so we're kind of going to have to rely on our other heavy hitters, unfortunately. That's not what we want. We want this. Actually, we want to do Miura first, don't we? Long-range missiles. Nah, because Natsuno can't reach them, so... At least I don't think she can.
Leave it to me.
Miura go for them.
Did I get it? Got one.
Oh shit!
What to do?
Never mind. We absolutely annihilated those guys. Okay. Natsuno, I think we're just gonna have to wait on, unfortunately. Amaguchi, though, he's not quite as close as I thought he would be.
Are we?
In which case,
Be okay.
we're just gonna wait a little bit. Now!
No fight, I
Stay calm. I can do this.
Do this. Oh god, that's a lot of dudes. Okay. Let's go for that. If Yuki's ready, she can also
Bingo! I got him.
Okay.
get some damage.
Let's do this.
Sure, we'll do this.
Nice.
Well
Keep it
put,
up.
Yuki.
What to do?
Okay. Fire our long-range missiles right into these guys' faces.
How's that? Oh,
That went pretty well, actually.
I'm acting like an amateur.
Okay, Hijiyama, where do we want you to go? Because there are, it's going to be a lot of flyers. You can't really, well, yeah, I don't think you can
Let's
at all hit these guys without a little bit of help.
What next?
I do have, yeah, the anti-air defensive flares, and his EMP attractor does down them. But I don't think those are going to be super helpful at the moment. At the very least, let's put up the defensive flares. We'll put them like here. What are we looking at here? Fusaka doesn't have any shit that can go right through him either. So we might want to immediately go for this, because we don't really have.
The practice round's over.
You know what, I'm saying, like, oh man, it sure does suck that we don't have whatever. anti-armor things in this mission, but it kind of doesn't matter. These guys, oh my god, there's so many of them, Jesus Christ. These guys go down so quickly, it's kind of a non-issue. See, actually, I thought it was probably
I'll make it work.
a waste of time. Let's just do this.
The practice round's over.
Yeah, it's kind of a waste of time to do anything more. I think, well, let's set up another one of these, I think. Probably over here, because again, I don't really have anyone over here, so... we'll get you to, like, there.
Number 12?
Yama.
Keep this thing moving.
Yuki... Oh, they are on Amaguchi, but he's pretty much raring to go again. Unfortunate positioning for Yuki, but at least you can get rid of these
That
two.
do it? Say your prayer.
And Miura's also good to go, so... Ah, shit! Ah, no, I shouldn't have run him away! Those are perfect for him! Okay. We'll help out... Oh, shit, what's that? Oh, fuck, well, one of these ones. Carriers. Okay, so we do want to get rid of them pretty quick.
They don't stand a
Probably
chance.
what we're going to have Amaguchi go for.
A hit! Enemy signal terminated.
You got it rough.
Yeah, just go for that Amaguchi.
Nice. Oh no.
Not
Confirmed. I guess life
as
comes at you
effective
fast.
as I'd hoped, but, throw those flares out again.
Gotta keep it together.
Natsuno, this time we definitely want you on here. Good. Boom, 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 boom.
Get it.
Beautiful.
What do I do?
It's not looking as good here. Let's see. We really want. I think honestly we might just want to get another sentry gun out. Let's help over here. Sure. Let's do it.
Okay, let's do this.
Ooh, that's a lot of dudes. Okay, Yuki. Let's go for that, sure.
Nice. Give it up.
Yeah, give it more nice.
Pull my weight.
Enemy threat range.
Oh, what's coming at him? Is that a missile? It is, yeah.
Hope I can pull my weight.
Let's... Nice, but not right now. Let's go for this.
Here goes.
Yeah, that'll get most of the flyers that are a problem
Unbelievable.
out here.
I'm acting like an amateur.
Now, we
The
want...
practice round's over.
Yeah, we really need big guy over here to get a move on, but kind of sucks. He's just not really in a good position. He needs to recharge his EP. Get these out of here. I think, yeah, this is a slightly too long range, I think, but it'll get rid of these guys. Yeah, the ground-based heavy armor kaiju are a little more obnoxious than the others. This is the straight line one. This is going to be good here, I think. Go for it, Natsuno! Not quite enough.
What? I'll make it work.
Yeah, that was a big hit on Hijiyama, unfortunately. Really doesn't have the shit for this Pokemon. Good work, big guy. Good work, big guy. Mostly, yeah, we might want to just do this to help Amaguchi. Those guys are just in the fucking way. Okay.
Stay calm. I can do this.
Do we just shield matrix here? We might just shield matrix here, honestly. Yeah, okay. We'll shield matrix. This one's going rough again. I should really don't have the... Oh, fuck, they're flying right in for it. I think, honestly, we're just going to have to go for another EMP. Get rid of all these fucking low HP flyers that are right on our asses. Go for this, Fusaka. I mean, that was a decent amount of damage.
Remember your training.
Yeah, I don't know if that's going to be enough, buddy. I honestly just want to go for this, but that's going to hit fewer of them. Yeah, fuck it, we'll do the long-range missiles.
Leave it to me.
Should get rid of 2 of them.
Did I get it? Enemy
Shit, it did not get rid of 2 of them.
I'm acting like an amateur.
Yeah, that one blew up right in. Oh yes, these guys. Okay, these guys are down. Yeah, get rid of these guys, Hijiyama.
How's that? Try again.
Okay, let's do this.
Fucking just blew up in Matsuno's face. Sure. Go for that, Yuki. You don't have to worry about your positioning too much.
You're
Okay,
keep
all
my
that.
spirits up.
Now you have got a great shot here.
Get it!
Perfect. Go.
Hope I can pull my weight.
Sure. Go back, shoot.
Bingo! Damn cut.
Quite
I'll make
enough.
it work.
Close. What do we want to do with Hijiyama?
I guess life comes at you fast.
I mean, realistically, we should probably just go straight to the punch out.
A fight! Bow down! Direct view.
Hijiyama,
Oh, that's a lot of damage.
driving system. Your output's dropping fast.
Less power, huh? Well, that just means it's a fair fight now.
Well, that's
I'll
not good.
adjust the settings to get your output back up, but one more hit like that, and you're done.
Yeah, we've got 2 of them coming right at him.
Stay calm.
Okay. We should be able to... not with them. Miura should be able to take care of that, though. He should be able to. It should be fine. It should be fine.
How's that? I did it? Still not used to this
Okay,
thing.
don't think... Well, Takamiya's got some good... We can really just throw her down. Please, but it's not quite far enough. Okay, whatever. Let's just get her close. We do need her for this
Nice.
last carrier.
You picked a fight with
Miura, though,
Aim my shot.
can. Okay, good. We do the long-range missiles. Okay, yeah, we can get literally everything in here. Whew.
A hit! Got one!
Let's see.
I am definitely gonna have to to redo this one, I think. Okay, yeah, just drop this guy.
Right. How's that?
Let's go,
Easy.
Natsuno.
Natsuno. Is that the only guy here? Okay, yeah, this is the only guy left here. Blow him up.
How's that? I beat him.
Stay calm.
Gucci, yeah, no, you can't quite reach yet.
Winning?
Just run you down.
Number 20, moving out.
You and Yuki to really
As long as I can keep this thing moving.
get to work on this guy.
That do it?
I guess life comes at you fast.
And I think this should be it. Oh, no, it's not.
Man, we've got it rough.
So, there we go. That'll be it. Okay, whew.
Bullseye. Oh no.
Termination of
It's a little tighter than I would have liked it to be, but we made it through.
Aegis activated. Terminal closure complete.
Yeah, Hijiyama took a lot. I think that's going to knock us down to at least an A rank, I
Ending
think.
technical analysis.
I know it's kind of late, but maybe you'd know, Sekigahara. They're attacking the mainframe from these terminal things, right? That means these terminals are all huge weak spots. So why are there so goddamn many of them?
We covered this already. The mainframe uses them to control and maintain the city. They're laid out in a network, like a massive nervous system. That's why the kaiju are going after them.
So, it's the UFO that's going to destroy our city?
You don't know anything, huh? This ain't even our city. It's been a damn cage ever since we were born.
Ooh. Well, that's interesting.
Man, this is rough.
Yeah, I mean, most of us were fine HP-wise. It was really just, Amaguchi and Hijiyama, but I still think that'll be enough to knock us down. Yeah, that was a lot of damage.
BJ, I did my best.
Oh, well, good job, Natsuno. Well done. Okino's support. Nice. I can fight 2 for Iori. Research notebook for Natsuno. Prepared for death for Miura. Playboy for Amaguchi. That's got to be something to do with girls being on the team. Yeah, what are we looking at? I feel like that's probably an A rank rather than an S. I don't think it was bad enough for a B. Although there were quite a few kaiju that got one. Ooh, into the terminal. Yeah, that might be a B. That was a C! Alright. Yeah, fair enough. That was quite a bit of terminal damage. At least I got that, though! Interlocutor. That was brought up last episode, I believe. Those are like the nanomachines or something, right? Like a type of them, maybe? Okay, well, I will definitely have to redo that one. But for now, let's check those skills real quick. Increases back attack range. Ooh, that's nice. I can fight 2. Increases armament power when used right after an ally attacks. That's nice. Research note. Increases all stats when on stage already completed with an S rank. Huh. I mean, that's a nice grinding skill. Yeah, no, that's a really nice grinding skill, but I can't see a use for that otherwise. Defense increases when HP decreases. Okay, that's a nice. That's kind of like Hijiyama's one, where it's because it's not hit a certain threshold and it goes up. That is actually not too bad. And then Playboy. The more girls on the strike team, the higher all stats increase. Okay, Amaguchi. Okay, big guy. I like that. That's funny. Well, funny, is that the right word? Sure. That's funny. That's fun. Well, I will just look on the next one. Do I need a character for this? I do need a character. I need Hijiyama. So I'll make sure to not use him next time. Or when I'm redoing this, I should say. Analysis. Oh shit, yeah, no. Ah, fuck, I completely forgot to do this last episode. We are gonna have new characters, aren't we? With Shinonome and Goto. Renya Goto comes from the future, the destroyed world of 2065. With calm and patience, he brings the Sentinel pilots together, always keeping an eye on their ultimate goal. He acts as a leader to the other students, which does make sense. He is the knowledge guy, the guy who knows what's going on. After seeing Morimura's logs in the mainframe, Goto visits the Karabe house in 1945 to abduct Morimura's clone Chihiro and restore her original lost memories. CEO of the large conglomerate, Shikishima. Detailed. Ryoko Shinonome comes from the future, the destroyed world of 2064. Ever since the battle in 2064, her memories have been getting clouded. As her feelings towards Tetsuya Ida fuel her desire for revenge, she tenaciously seeks the culprit behind the incident. Unless she regularly takes her medication, she suffers an intense headache and amnesia. Many of the first-year students will call her Shinonome Senpai. Senpai defined as someone... Oh, okay, this is just... What is Senpai? I mean, I've read all the others, I might as well read it. Many of the first-year students will call her Shinonome Senpai. Senpai, defined as someone who precedes you in an organization, is used as an honorific here to show respect to a senior or superior. It is often used at school or places of work. Chihiro! She's Chihiro Morimura's clone, created from the compatibility experiment. Upon birth, her original memories were sealed by Morimura, and she lived a normal life as Miura's little sister. However, once Renya Goto saw Morimura's experiment log from March 2nd, 2100, he abducted her from the Miura house and awakened Morimura's sealed memories. Goto is also the one who prepared her kindergartner outfit. Yeah, we did see that, eh? Oh, there he is. There's man of the hour, 426. Okay, Ida. Tetsuya Ida is the substitute teacher assigned to Ryoka Shinonome's class at Sakura High School. He's actually a member of an unofficial organization who forces Shinonome into battle. Ida is the director of the Special Investigations Unit, government-affiliated spies. He serves as an advisor to an anti-kaiju defense team and helps Morimura gather members for their team. Back when he was a student, he supported Tomi Kisaragi on her singing live streams, Jesus Christ, under the screen name F8. He used to wear glasses and came off as a studious, serious young man, but he tried to act cooler in high school to catch Kisaragi's attention. So yeah, I mean, he is, in that sense, Amaguchi, as we've seen him, but he was in love with the deceased Kisaragi, and so in order to revive her, he developed androids at Shikishima Industries in 2100. He transplanted the past Kisaragi and Tamao Karabe's AI into androids. Okay, so he is, yeah, the same guy, but they don't look the same? Like, at all? Which is a little bit strange, honestly. And I don't think I'd think too much about it if it wasn't for the fact that during the Kisaragi scene, you know, Terminator Usami, he looked so much similar to Amaguchi as we know him now. Because, like, otherwise it'd be like, oh yeah, Amaguchi really did just go, like, the Kazuichi Soda route of, like, dye my hair, take off my glasses, just completely change my appearance, and Ida could just be a little more along the lines of what he actually looks like, right? But, I don't know. Oh my god! Jesus Christ! Well, it's good to see that the naked grey guy is still getting work. 426 is the prisoner number of an escaped criminal from the future. Gate. A place that allows one to shift through time. The coordinates for shifting are set to 40-year intervals. The gate in the mainframe can't be controlled without the biometric ID of a compatible individual who possesses nanomachines. Right, which is one of the things that makes me think BJ is one of the kids' brains in a jar, sort of thing. Either Natsuno or Miura's. But I guess it could also be Yuki's, actually, if they're going to Natsuno. Interlocitor, the name of the nanomachines and technology used to overwrite memories. No, that's what it was. Transporting one's memories into another body is made possible by sending information directly to the brain's synapses. In March of 2188, Newman Inc., the industry leader of Interlocitor tech at the time, and Shikishima joined forces to make leaps and bounds with this technology. Since then, there's been a rise of crimes in human trafficking and illegal cloning, thought to be attempts at reincarnation through technology. Aegis system, a terminal self-defense system. When the Aegis system is activated, the kaiju won't be able to invade a specific range around it. It takes 2 minutes for the system to activate, which is why the fights are 2 minutes, right? Those are the compatibilities to control the gates, Sentinels and the mainframe. They're compatible, right? Yeah. In an experiment to see if she could transfer her compatibility onto a clone, Morimura used her data, which she had saved in Sector 0, to create her clone. However, this experiment failed to establish compatibility. I wonder why. I wonder why that would be the case. The Sentinels were ready for use after the 2104 Kaiju invasion, but the first time they were actually used in battle was 2064. During the battle in 2064, Asa Higahara piloted the Sentinel number 15. Oh! Huh. He piloted Fuyusaka's. So I guess that sort of answers my, well, why was Kurabe and Sekigahara's in the opening scene? I guess it kind of doesn't necessarily matter. You can control any Sentinel to a certain extent. It's certainly curious, though. So yeah, that's all. Oh man, 50% of the way. That feels so weird to be like, yep, I'm halfway through like the big gameplay bit of this game. Anyway, back into Remembrance, back with Shinonome. So I wonder what this is going to be like, so I assume we're going to pick up and she's, going to have lost a lot of her memories at this point. Noon Sakura High School Nurse Lovers 1885.
Take your time.
Sorry, 1985.
Do you know where you are?
I assume yes.
Shinonome-san? Do you know what year it is?
1985.
What's the last thing you remember?
426. He got away from me.
Well, I guess this is picking up exactly where we left off.
I won't let him escape next time.
Memory-wise, anyway.
I see. All right. How are you feeling?
My head really hurts.
Maybe I should keep you here for further observation.
Is it? Is it just my capture device that's bugging out a bit? Or is this actually the game flickering here?
My internal clock just needs a bit to readjust.
You're putting too much of a burden on your nervous system. You need to stop shifting. Do you still have your pills? Make sure you're taking them.
I genuinely can't tell. I mean, I guess it would kind of make sense if the world is bugging out a little bit as just like a reflection of Shinonome. Because this wasn't happening a moment ago. Literally until we got into this scene. And I think it's just the background too. It's not... Oh no, maybe it is the whole screen. Well, I was just thinking it doesn't really look like she's bugging out too. Yeah, I can't really tell.
I can't go on. My head feels like it's splitting.
Yeah, I think this might be
This should
intentional.
make me feel a little better.
Ah, yeah, and it's immediately okay. Thank God, I was thinking that my capture card was just bugging out there because, well, it is very hot today. So,
I need to go back,
I'm afraid of it
You
overheating.
can't time travel right now.
but I need to fix the Sentinels before the invasion begins.
I mean, I'm fucking overheating over here. And, like, I'm pretty sure my computer's overheating a bit too. Because, like, it is using a lot of its CPU to record this. A lot more than usual. I think it's just trying to cool itself down.
You can't stop me. I need to go after him.
I'm not trying to stop you. We just can't use the gate right now.
These pills are hard to swallow, but it's the only way these headaches will go away.
Oh, hey, Goto.
The invaders appeared in 2064. They destroyed the world, but they won't stop. They're coming for us here, too. The coordinates for shifting through time, they're set in 40-year intervals, so we can't travel freely.
I still wonder if there's a reason for
Are you
that
alright?
or not.
Who are you?
Miss Morimura, are you still overworking her?
I've had no choice.
Well, that's kind of interesting. She seems to remember the stuff about
And you are?
prisoner for whatever. But she doesn't remember Goto? I mean, I guess her memories were just cutting off already by that point then.
Renya Goto, a second year, like you. I've been assigned to offer you support.
I wonder why.
It's a pleasure to be working with you.
I don't need any help. I can do this on my own.
It's too dangerous for you. Please, go with him. This isn't 2065. You will follow my orders. Goto-kun, I leave her to you.
Understood.
Morimura, you're not just gonna leave, are you? I'm gonna ask you things.
We're counting on you.
I guess we'll start with pills.
Take those when your headaches start to get bad. The medicine is a bit strong. You may experience some temporary side effects. But don't worry, your memories will return quickly.
Yeah, about that. Define quickly.
Why can't we time travel right now?
The gate has been sealed by someone. I'm looking into it.
The gate is locked. There's only one person who could have done it.
I feel like we've heard this before, right? That at some point a gate was locked. I think it was with BJ, right? Like a gate locked and he had to try and undo it. And I think, is that when... I'm just trying to remember this. Is that when Miura found Natsuno? Or was it... was that something else? Was it like Okino trying to do it? But I'm pretty sure it was there, right? Like, in 1945, at the shrine, I'm pretty sure.
It's him. It has to be.
I assume it's Sekigahara?
426.
Yeah.
The one that set up the gates in the first place.
Ooh!
So we're stuck here? In the past?
So our prisoner is responsible for our time travel capabilities, at least somewhat. That's interesting.
The source of the disaster that will destroy the world. If we don't capture 426, there's no way we'll be able to withstand the invasion.
And she thinks that's Sekigahara. I still think that it's whatever Shiba is, but... I mean, based on what he was saying last episode, or at the very end of it, Sekigahara knows something, which also makes a lot of sense considering that he is also currently an amnesiac, so of course he knows more than... of course he knows more than he should.
I'll fix it as soon as I can.
Good talk, Morimura. You know, there's also this other thing, right? Was it... I don't think it was last episode, I think it was the episode before that, right? Where I was talking about, like, one of the very few, but ultimately pretty minor complaints I have about this game is, like, its route system. And how you have to, like, retread like, quite a bit of ground in some routes just to get to other ones. One of the other thing that kind of bugs me a little bit about this game is, like, you can have these dialogue pieces, usually for inspecting something, sometimes for considering things, that are just like one line of completely inconsequential dialogue, and it's like, cool, why did we do that? Or I have to just keep on talking to the same person again and again and again and again and again, and like, nothing in... Sometimes some things change in the room, right? Like someone walks in, someone leaves, or like something in the environment is changing. I think Kurabe's like route split thing was a good example of that, because like there's a lot of moving parts in the classroom. But like, sometimes you just have to keep on talking to the same person over and over and over again with a break in the conversation for almost no reason. And like, it's not a big deal. It really doesn't matter that much, but it's still like, why? It's not as if I'd need like a pause from the conversation. I can pause the conversations at any time. So it's like, why? Why is it like this?
It's only a matter of time before 426 makes contact with someone.
Again, that is a pathetically simple complaint I have, and it really doesn't mean all that much. Again, just like the root system thing, it's really a very minor complaint. Because again, this game is so nice that like, anything like negative I could say about it is pretty inconsequential, and I really have to blow it out of proportion for it to even be a bad thing, right? But I feel like that's the sort of thing, right? On something that's so spotless, you can really pick out like the tiny problems, right? Those little specks of dust.
I need the list of those who are compatible. Of course, that includes the people of this era too.
So wait. There's no way she's forgotten she thinks it's Sekigahara,
I'll
right?
see what I can do.
There's no other option. If we don't find him, the result will be worse than anything we imagined.
Because she remembers all this.
Or would you rather I go ask the students, one by one?
Fine. The file is on my desk. It isn't everyone, but it does list those who are compatible at this school.
Which is almost everyone. Somehow.
Humans with the capacity to pilot the Sentinels.
Because, like, really, who is it? I think it's, like, just Hijiyama and Miura who don't go to the school, right? I mean, I guess technically Okino, again, because Okino can clearly pilot a Sentinel. But, yeah, other than
They
that...
have already been identified in the future.
If I get any information on him, I'll let you know immediately.
Good talk.
So this is it.
So these are the papers Karabe brought in, right?
Plan to gather
Right at
all
the beginning of the game.
compatible ones. 4 girls, including myself.
If that's the case, why did Morimura just fucking leave this on, like, the teacher's podium in class? That seems like the most irresponsible fucking thing ever.
Wait, only girls?
Oh, wait, really?
Yusaka and Kisaragi. Class 1B.
Actually, Megumi and...
Yakushiji in 1C.
Yeah.
All of the compatible girls are first years.
Well, that's interesting. Because we know that's not... I guess this just happens earlier on, right? Because that's obviously not true. Natsuno is also compatible. I guess, again, if this is early on, Yuki might not actually be here yet, so that checks out. Is that all the girls? Yeah, no, that's all 6 of the girls, yeah.
For Yusaka and Kiyako.
That's... Yeah, that's green because I have to use it here.
These files are only for the girls.
That's all we have here.
So I guess these aren't the papers Karabe
Goto-kun
brought in.
has information on the boys. You can consult with him.
Okay.
I don't have the list. Therefore, I don't know.
Yeah,
Renya
fair
Goto
enough.
has the information I need. Tell me who the compatible boys are.
Certainly. But there's something I'd like to ask you first. I wonder, why do you hate 426 so much?
Sekigahara also doesn't go here. Never mind. Found someone else.
Are you serious? The fate of the world is at stake.
Even so, I sense your hatred stems from something else.
Right. Ida, yeah.
The reason for your animosity towards 426. I would like to hear about it.
Because he ruined the Sentinels.
Nah,
Because he
come
destroyed
on.
my home.
Yeah, that more so.
That thing deserves no sympathy. 426 is not human. He's an AI created in the future.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised if we all are.
And now, he calls himself a Sekigahara.
Okay, so she does know. She does still know that. Or think she knows that.
A picture of 426. He calls himself a Sekigahara now. But he's gone into hiding.
Oh, she's even got a
The
picture.
one that ruined the Sentinels. The disaster that will destroy the world.
And I mean, we did sort of get a hint that he did fuck over the Sentinels, right? Last episode, you know, during the scene with Ida, Morimura, and Goto on the roof. It seems like he did do something.
If we don't capture 426, there's no way we'll be able to withstand the invasion.
So Sekigahara's up to something, but I'm not sure what at the
Tell me who
moment.
the compatible boys are. 426 could try and contact one of them.
426 is
Or
one of
maybe
them.
he already has.
According to the clock on the wall, it is time for lunch.
Goto, that's not what I
They
asked.
should be in the cafeteria now. Let's
Oh,
go.
all of them? Well, alright. So it'll be Karabe, Amaguchi, I guess Ogata.
So crowded. Yusaka and Kiyak.
That's what I'm saying.
No, the girls can wait. I need to focus on the boys first.
Fair. Yo, Goto.
The bread they
I
serve here
can't see
comes
them.
from quite a popular bakery. It's always like this at lunch. Have you already eaten lunch, Shinonome-kun?
I'm not hungry.
Goto, what's up with the small talk, huh? What's up with the small talk?
So, where are the compatible ones?
I don't see any from here.
There he is. Well, there's one of them, I should say.
Huh? Shinonome-senpai.
Good timing.
Again, does she know? I said this last episode, right? Does she know that he's Ida?
We were just looking for you.
My head.
I think potentially.
Hurts.
That's Shu Amiguchi. He's one of them.
Did something happen?
Yeah, okay, she knows.
Can't go on. My head feels like it's splitting.
Alright, bust out the pills.
This should make me feel a little better.
Yeah,
I
there we
have
go.
a question for you. Have you seen someone that looks like this?
No, never seen him.
I see.
Helpful.
Ah, jeez.
Were you able to get your bread? You need my help with anything?
Okay, so well, this could be one of those things where this scene and the one we literally just saw could happen at completely different times just because. But if Yuki is here, we should know she's compatible. Unless she isn't, and there's some weird, timey-wimey space jumping bullshit.
About last time, I wasn't able to do anything then. But I want to make up for it.
You did try. And I'm grateful to you for that.
Where are you
Okay, well,
going?
something clearly happened that I'm not
Talking to
privy
me in
to.
front of other people?
He is
What is this strange
sure is
feeling?
trying hard. Hopefully not the same sort of jealousy that Megumi's feeling.
When I see him talking to another girl, my chest feels so tight. It feels like I'm jealous.
So maybe she only like subconsciously knows. She clearly doesn't like immediately know that he's Ida, but I guess she somewhat subconsciously knows.
No. About him? That's ridiculous. There's no way.
Goto should know, right?
Fuyusaka and Kisaragi, Yakushi, all of the compatible girls are first years. The first year classrooms are on the 3rd floor.
Yeah, Goto should know that he's Ida, right? Is he just gonna... I mean, it might be for the best to not tell her, honestly, but...
Shu Amiguchi. I get a strange feeling when I think about him. It's almost like I'm in love with him.
Well, yeah.
Now what?
I mean, me too, honestly. Just like Kurabe. Okay, can I leave?
Doesn't look like I can push my way through.
I guess we just have to leave.
Where are you going?
Time to find
Looking
the
for the
compatible
girls.
girls.
Fuck Kurabe and Ogata. We only need Shu Amaguchi out here.
Where are the compatible ones? I should look at the pictures in their files.
Check the compatible girls list near a student. Are you a compatible girl? Okay, no, I'm not gonna fucking do that.
You don't have to follow me.
Oh, I saw one of them
Don't
just
say
over
it like
there.
that. My job is to help you.
Doesn't seem likely.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure
Why
there's
don't you
something
tell me
else.
what you've
but-
gathered so far.
I mean, he's probably also just sort of safeguarding you because you are a necessary component to fighting the kaiju.
So I can better assist you.
are you staring at me for? You probably think I look awful.
That is true. Those injured, frail arms. To think they could produce such raw power. It's hard to comprehend.
You saw that?
The last battle. I was assisting Miss Morimura.
I assume he's talking about a Sentinel, not...
My head. It hurts.
Alright, pills time.
This should make me feel a little better.
Go, well, I mean, I do now understand why she's fucking
Now what?
guzzling these all the time. Don't mind me. I'm just gonna look at some girls.
Tomi Kisaragi. Kisaragi-san, can I talk to you? Goto-senpai! Is there something I can help you with? Anything at all?
Wow, Miwako. Somehow you're handling yourself with him way better than with, like, literally any other dude. Well, I say handling, more like you can actually talk to him.
Yeah? Do you like sweets, senpai?
Oh, no.
What sort of women do you like?
What?
I
Jesus.
What do you do on your days off?
Go for it, Miwako. Go for it.
rather not say.
Yeah, I don't
Do
think
you
he
like
can.
sweets, senpai?
Oh, no.
So, what's up? Right, well... Has anyone suspicious tried talking to you recently? Besides you?
Ouch.
Oh, no.
My head.
God damn it!
It hurts.
Shinonome, more pills!
What do you do on your days off?
You're definitely gonna run out of these soon.
Say.
Do you like sweets, senpai?
Oh,
Wait.
no.
Hang on. There we go.
What sort of women do you like? Before?
Well, I...
Oh, uh-oh.
What do you do on your days off? Hey, what's going on? Why are you doing this?
Oh?
You need to run.
Oh?
Did something happen?
No, all good. Come on, Miwako, let's go. Where are we going? Run away?
Every single time we see Usami in these, I get more and more interested in her route. Like, I know I've constantly said I have no idea what her route could hers and Ogata's could possibly offer us at this point. But I'm getting more and more interested in her route.
Why do I need to run?
What does she know?
He calls himself A Sekigahara now, but he's gone into hiding. If I show his picture to the compatible ones, maybe I can figure out who he came into contact with last.
Oh, it's Iori, obviously.
My head.
Oh my
It
god.
hurts.
Shinonome, please, you're gonna fucking...
This should make me feel a little better.
Come on. You.
Megumi Yakushiji.
So, you seen this man?
Yakushiji-san,
Well,
can I
hold
talk
on.
to you? What is it?
Have you seen this?
Have you
Strangely
seen this
handsome
person
man.
before? That's 426, isn't it? You know him?
I guess along the lines of this, how comes they all know him here? I mean, it kind of makes sense for, like, Usami and Megumi, right? Because they are... I don't think they've had, like, memory problems, right? They know they're from the future. Or at least they think they know they're from... What, 20... Wait, is it from 2025 they're from? I think so, right? So they at least think they're from that far in the future, so...
I mean, I've heard about him enough times by now.
From who?
So Morimura told you. You know, the way you're acting.
Okay, that makes sense. Because again, we saw from Megumi's prologue, she's in contact with Morimura and knows she's from the future as well.
It's going to be difficult for you to pilot number 14. Number 14? My head. It
she not know about her Sentinel?
This should make me feel a little better. Number 14. Number 14 is my Sentinel.
Yeah. Sure, let's do it. Seems like a route. Flashback, Shinonome Industries, Sentinel hangar. Huh, still bandaged up, I see. Oh, hello, you two.
This is number 14, the one you piloted. I'm glad we were able to recover it.
Yeah, I mean, it's really good, Shinonome. You're like my highest level character.
Even in Shikishima's largest hangar, it was barely able to fit. Transporting it here was quite the challenge as well.
Are the Gen 2s really that big? I kinda didn't think they would be.
But now, including number 14 here, we've been able to recover 3 Sentinels after the incident.
Oh, babe,
Unfortunately, the
3?
new models are all still missing. We also have yet to find number 12.
New models.
And Okino-kun too.
Oh?
So are the Sentinels fixed?
So, maybe Okino is not piloting the missing 3rd gen.
The systems infected as they are. Repairing them will be no easy task. And now that he's taken control of the Sentinels...
So unless we capture 426, we won't be able to use the Sentinels.
Okay, so we've heard this a couple of times now, right? That the Sentinels are infected. I guess that means 426 infected the Sentinels with something that allows him to control them? Presumably control them without having direct compatibility?
What's her deal?
Oh, yes. Let me introduce you. This is Megumi Yakushiji-san.
Hello.
She's one of the compatible from the year 2025.
Okay, so she's actually from... Okay, she is from that year then. Hey, you gonna... Well, I mean, I'm not... Finally, I'm not here to steal your mans, if that's what you're wondering.
Worst case scenario, she will be piloting the Sentinel instead of you.
What?
So I guess, yeah, you can pilot whatever Sentinel, as long as you're compatible with Sentinels, I suppose.
I won't allow it.
Piloting effectively is not possible in your condition.
But number 14. Mr. Ida chose me for it.
So I've also kind of been thinking this, right? When does destruction actually take place? Is that like the last rotation of the time loop? Because it has to be one of the most recent ones, right? Because Shinonome is all bandaged up. But is it like gonna happen after all this story stuff? Or is it happening before it? Because Inaba is also included in it now, so I'm almost leaning towards it being something that happens after all of this main story stuff, or at least towards the end of it.
It's my Sentinel. Then you're the one who should have been in it.
That was some venom, Megumi.
If you're really that possessive of it, then why didn't you fight instead of Juro?
Okay, yeah, it came right back around to him. Look, I mean, if she's in this condition, that might be the reason why, Megumi.
It doesn't matter. You'll forget this too. Just like everything else.
Yakushiji-san!
You are such a fucking bitch, Jesus Christ. Yeah. What an asshole. Like, seriously.
Sure.
Jesus Christ. Oh, well, good to see Goto's already
Easy.
here.
Take your time. Do you know where you are?
Sure do.
Are you all right? You should get some rest.
You don't need to worry about me.
Nah, look. Whenever literally anyone says that, you sure do know
Answer
that
the
they have to
question.
say that.
1985. I know what you're going to say. I'm fine, alright?
I see.
I just forgot to take my pills, that's all.
Really? Because we were guzzling them a whole lot, Shinonome. I guess we'll just ask her about the gate again.
We're still unable to time travel.
I already know that. Just tell me when it's fixed. These
Oh shit. There we go.
Take those when your headaches start to get bad. The medicine is a bit strong. You may experience some temporary side effects.
Like your
But
screen
don't
bugging
worry,
out.
your memories will return quickly.
Or people starting to talk in a weird echo.
My head. It hurts.
Kinda just like the beginning of this episode would have been, actually, if I hadn't fixed
This should
the
make me feel a little better.
audio.
There must be some sort of clue.
Nah, there've been some real cyclical episodes here. Who would have thought this would be one of them as well?
Something that happened in 2064.
Can we leave? I guess we can leave. Can we check the papers? No. Out we go.
Where are you going?
Find the compatible ones.
Stop following me.
Namely, Iori,
It's not
I'm pretty
happening.
sure. Yeah, I really don't know how to take Goto. I kind of feel like he's not... I don't think he... Oh! Wait, what? I mean, I can't do it yet, I guess that's why, but... Yeah, that's interesting. That's an interesting way to do that. I imagine, fuck. What was I talking about? Goto. I don't think he's concerned, because he's actually, like, concerned about her. I feel like it is probably, you know, I feel like Ida, he's all business. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to take him. I really don't. That's, I suppose, the problem, quote-unquote, with, the mysterious sort of guy that he is. Okay, don't need to talk to them. Don't need to talk to her. Or maybe I do, because Iori is not
It's
here.
Goto-senpai. Oh, it is. He's so hot. Student council elections are coming up. He's running for president, right? Really? That's amazing.
Smart and handsome.
Everything a girl could want.
Well, aren't you, Mr. Popular?
You don't have to follow me.
Don't say it like that. My job is to help you.
Doesn't seem likely.
Yeah, so it seems like.
Hey,
Maybe I can.
look at that girl with Goto-senpai. That's Shinonome-senpai, right? The one from the rumors? Yeah, her. I guess she got hurt in some accident. She was Goto-senpai. You don't think my head?
His girlfriend?
It hurts. What? No way!
Let me take my pills real quick. Then I can continue eavesdropping in on this conversation. Hang on.
Calls himself
What's the new one?
The coordinates for shifting through time. They're set in 40...
Yeah, same.
No, none of them.
Probably just that. Yeah, it's probably just that. So I can't go into a classroom, so it should be that one, right? Now I just have to talk to these two again.
Kisaragi-san. Can I talk to you? Goto-senpai!
Go on, Miwako. Shoot your shot again.
I can help you with? Anything at all? Yeah? Do you like sweets, senpai?
Oh, no.
Oh, I can just ask her about this.
Tell me to run? What do you do on your days off? Goto's
I'd
distracted.
rather not say.
Go on, did you? Do you like sweets,
Oh.
Oh, no.
I mean, I was thinking about doing it, honestly.
What do you like?
Yeah, I was thinking about, because like, as soon as it was like, oh, he's going to be distracted, I can run away. I thought about doing it, but... Interesting. Examine.
A posting about club member recruitment.
I'm sure
That
that'll be
doesn't
relevant.
concern me. But I took
Pills
my
time.
pills.
Oh, hey, Amaguchi. How's it going?
Are you alright?
No, I need my pills. Hang on.
This isn't right. I just took some.
Ah, no. Side effects.
Shu Amiguchi.
Or just your general presence.
There's something I wanted to ask you, actually. But it doesn't look like right now's a good time.
Yeah, I'm kind of dying.
You really don't look so good, you know. Your face is all red, too. Maybe you have a fever?
Yeah, something
Just
like
leave
that.
me alone.
Uh-oh.
This
Pills.
isn't right.
You're not having the... Shinonome, you need the pills.
Shinonome, senpai?
What is this feeling?
So sudden and new. Amaguchi, leave me be.
I get it. This boy. He reminds me of him.
He is
His
him.
eyes. The way he acts. It's just like Mr. Ida. Mr. Ida. I remember now. About Mr. Ida. When I was shifted to this era.
Go on. I'm interested. Flashback. Kamazumi Police Station, Interrogation Room, 1984. Well, this is, new.
I'll take it from here. Yes, sir.
Some SIU shenanigans, because we know she's working, well, with them, I guess. Detective Onishi, leave me alone. I'm just gonna leave now.
Ryoko Shinonome. Female. Teenager.
Yeah, could you not tell
No
by
matches
looking?
in the registry, no prints on file. According to the written statement, reports repeated falsehoods, possibly delusional. Psychiatric evaluation necessary.
So what? You're gonna get rid of me by claiming I have a mental disorder?
Ouch. Yeah, because I guess she is... Well, I guess she's run her mouth about what she knows, which she probably shouldn't be doing, because this will happen. An unfortunate reality, because, you know, I think perhaps in the real world, maybe you would be treated like that, and slightly rightfully so. You know, I'm not gonna crush anyone's dreams, but I don't think giant robots are gonna be attacking the world anytime soon. Nor do I think time travel, especially in very specific 40-year interval periods, be a thing. But, yeah, you know.
What about my Sentinel? How are you going to explain that?
We're still investigating.
Well, they have
How'd
ways,
you
it
get something
seems.
that large into the city?
Oh, Sheba does
You'd
anyway.
think someone would have seen it.
Well, Fluffy. But I stand by that Fluffy and Sheba are the same thing.
What even is that thing?
It's a weapon. Created to fight kaiju.
But, I mean, they can see it, evidently.
Kaiju. The ones you said appeared in 2100?
Yes, Keith Silverstein.
They're mentioned in the
Those ones.
statement as well.
2104.
What was that?
They first appeared in the year 2104.
So, if you're from 2104, what are you doing here?
I came from the year 2064. I've told you this already. I don't know why, but when I woke up, I was here.
Your story is just too unbelievable.
My
Hello,
apologies, but all investigations regarding this case will cease immediately.
And you are?
Just a big boy over at the SIU.
Mr. Ida!
Tetsuya Ida, advisor to the Special Investigations Unit. You will throw out all statements and records, and hand over this witness to us.
Shit. Swinging his massive dick of power over here.
Come with me.
I mean, thanks
Mr.
though, Ida.
I'm so glad you're safe.
I'm sorry for not coming to get you sooner.
Shit, I genuinely don't know if he's kind of a scummy dude or not. I really don't. Kind of just like Goto, funnily enough. In fact, you know what? He reminds me more of Goto than he does Amaguchi, honestly, but...
Special investigations. So it was true. An intelligence agency created from private contractors. But does it come with actual authority?
Seems to.
Orders from the Director General of the Defense Agency. Please, look them over. These are confidential matters relating to national security. Therefore, it needs to be kept a secret within the police as well. Monitoring public safety also falls under our jurisdiction. You're all right now. Let's go.
Yes, sir.
Sakura High School, nurse's office. Yeah, well, thanks, Amaguchi, for...
You okay?
Well, not that I doubt that you wouldn't
should
just
probably take it easy.
dump her in the hallway. You're a pretty good guy, but...
At least until the nurse comes back.
Thanks.
The nurse's office was left wide open, so I'm sure she'll be back soon.
I was saved by Mr. Ida. Is he really alive?
Well,
and
again,
Amiguchi.
a version of him
Why do I
is.
remember when I look at him? This strange feeling. It makes me so anxious.
You know, a couple of times I've talked about how weird it must be with, like, time travel and shit. Like, there are certain... Usually, mainly with Miura, right? With, like, how the world changes. Considering, like, the weird potential for, like, cloning and shit we've got going on, I feel like for Shinonome, that's also going to be pretty bad on her emotionally. Especially considering that she's got, numerous memory problems. Like, I'm sure, yeah, anxious probably doesn't even begin to cover it.
I don't even know what it means. I feel like I'm forgetting something important.
That they're the same guy? Yeah, maybe. But, yeah, you know, there's water under the bridge. Damn, we can continue? Oh, I can do more from the staircase? Shit. Just run away from him. Ooh, Juro. Fun. Well, I guess I'll just have to run away from Ida. Not Ida! Goto again. But, we've come far enough into the episode, I think. We'll leave it there. I kinda want to do more, but I think we might end up going a little too long if we do. But even so, we've certainly got time to waste looking at this. They must Ida saved me. Okay, that makes sense, because this is around the time that, like, immediately after this, we have characters sort of it seems like from this battle they're dumped. Oh shit. Press the bumper again. That they're dumped to some points in time. Evidently 2024 and 1984. But that is... Well, I mean, it's not as if we knew Ida was gonna die here. He was just like, nah, yeah, it's my death, whatever. Okay. Pilot Sentinel number 14. Oh. Well, that's kind of a bizarre place for that to fit in. Like, right at the start of Natsuno's? And Miura's whole thing? Oh shit, yeah, no, oh, right, I didn't actually look at this, did I, after after last episode. We've also got the ones from Goto's story that we did last time. So that's there. Which does make sense. This is after Miura leaves Morimura. Goto has to come and get Morimura. That tracks. Then, where's the next scene? Damn. Wait, really? That one? Happens right at the... Jesus. Right at the kind of end. This is one of the last scenes. Huh. Okay. Wait, are we missing some Goto? Or did I already look at them? Maybe I already looked at them, but yeah, okay, I guess I did. I looked at some of them, but not that one. Because this one we did last episode, which fits where I sort of thought it would. And yeah, we looked at this one as well, so okay. I guess I just didn't look at all of them for one reason or another. Huh. Yeah, I guess I just missed that one. Okay. Let's look at the mystery files again, just in... I mean, I assume Shinonome might have been updated a little bit. If not, Ida. Yeah, there we go, Ida. It was believed that Ida died when he stayed behind during the 2064 Kaiju invasion. However, he was actually still alive and took Shinonome into custody when he was being interrogated in 1904. When she was being interrogated in 1904. And do we have anything? Yes, we do. Due to the Sentinel infection incident, she ends up being force-shifted to Sector 4 and questioned by the police of 1984. Okay, yeah, as I thought. The force shifting did send them to different periods of time, but why? Why would Sekigahara do that? Whenever Shinonome sees Shu Amaguchi, she feels a strange surge of jealousy or affection. She comes to realize that his eyes and behavior are just like Ida's. Oh, and Sekigahara too. He comes from the distant future of 2065, which kind of makes sense. We definitely assumed he came from somewhat far in the future. Okay. Well, there's not too much to speculate on from this episode, I guess. Not that I haven't already commented on it anyway, so I guess we're just going to end it right there. But, I am definitely curious to see more of Shinonome. But equally, at this point, I'm kind of excited to move on to Sami. Again, I don't know if it's her or different versions of her, but there's something... Oh, hiccup. Something going on there with her. I want to see it. But, I get... Well, we might start that next episode. I don't know when Shinonome is going to lock us off. We might have a Miura situation where we just kind of just go on for forever. Not that I'm complaining, because I really enjoyed Miura's route. Yeah. I went right past her, didn't I? I think I did, yeah. Yeah, so we'll get back to Shinonome next time, and potentially start Usami. And I'll have, of course, done this, because, wow, that is my worst showing so far. That's, honestly a little embarrassing how badly I did there. What can I say? I messed up. But anyway, thank you for watching. I will see you in the next one, and I hope you enjoyed this one. Yeah. So see you guys in the next one. Until then, goodbye. And remember to like, subscribe, I don't know, comment if you want, I guess. You know, YouTube stuff. Anyway, see you next time!